Our 10 days spent in Uganda felt like a fleeting moment packed with unforgettable memories. Although at times I felt like an outsider looking in, I felt privileged to have caught a glimpse of a world that is so similar to my own, yet in some ways well beyond my initial comprehension. Never before has a trip been as humbling, exhilarating, or as tiring to take in. The land is breathtaking and the people are resilient. Even with my limited exploration of Uganda, I was struck by the stark contrast between the breathtaking beauty of the abundant countryside and the hardships that many people living here face. As life for many of these people is difficult because basic needs are not always readily available, it was important for me to make sure that I did not miss the very things that were in front of me. There was always plenty to admire, to stretch my understanding of another individual's life, which was surprisingly often similar to my own. I looked forward to the personal interactions and relationships that I would be forming during my first real experience as an immersed traveler in a foreign country. From our first night at the Clement Hotel to our unique hospitable welcome to the Kayana community, I undoubtedly felt the initial excitement of being in Africa. However, I can't deny that I experienced culture shock as a minority in the community. To hear Mzungu coming from the excited yet confused smiles of the local children during my daily morning and afternoon walk, and to witness the puzzled looks of most community members was something I had to grow accustomed to. However, I understood that if the roles were reversed, I would probably be staring just as intently. Physical appearance may be a hindrance at times, and economic disparities do exist, but I've learned there is no higher universal goal than to be alive and be surrounded by those who enrich your life. As a traveler looking to fully immerse myself into the Ugandan culture, I knew that I would have to come out of my comfort zone. And so, after several attempts, I learned how to take a successful basin bath with the use of a cup, to enjoy native foods such as sugarcane and matoke, to observe my environment through my village walks, to participate in every unique activity that was offered to us, such as bar cloth making, and most importantly, to listen. I found unlimited opportunities to create cross-cultural connections through our 3 projects in Kayana, personal ones that gave me an incredibly meaningful experience to leave with a greater sense of self-awareness and connection to humanity. As an outsider of the community, I was met with such hospitality and friendliness that I would often forget any differences that we are characterized by coming from different areas of the world. The village men humored me in my inability to quickly perform certain physical activities such as hammering and sawing, and the woman amusingly laughed as I continuously admired their adorable pigs. However, it was during those moments when I struggled to contribute as much as I could toward the projects that I realized I gained more than I could ever have given. The community gave me insight on just how precious clean water is through our fetching water exercise. As one of the few girls who volunteered to carry a larger jerry can, I definitely underestimated the difficulty of the task. As a young adult who had to pause a few times to catch my breath up the hill, I can't imagine how challenging this task must be for a child. As I comfortably reached for my Deer Park bottle back in Maryland, I tried skipping school and risking their safety as they wait for their container to fill for several minutes. If just one water harvesting tank can provide a child with access to clean water, I feel proud to play a part in such an innovative project. A common characteristic of every individual I encountered was their resourcefulness and dedication to improve their own lives. I learned what it really means to work hard and make the best out of any situation. Peeling the bark off tree branches with a machete, hammering down soda bottle caps, and sweeping with a handmade broom were just some of the few instances of creativity I witnessed. What I realized, however, is that most people do not have the option to do otherwise. Back on my homestay, my goal was to spend as much time with my family as I could. From our daily morning greeting at breakfast to our engaging tea time conversations, I was able to ask questions, to learn firsthand about the local culture, and what it's like growing up in Masaka during a whirlwind of transition and outside influence. Those late-night conversations after my long days at Kayana and my host parents' long days working on the farm were undoubtedly my favorite part of the trip. Although I corrected my family on some of their misconceptions of America, such as that no Muslims live in the US and no citizen lives in deep poverty, I also believe that I benefited more from them than they did from me. My host parents taught me about the importance of retaining tradition and their Muslim religion, and my 2 sisters, Miriam and Fazira, explained to me how influential the Western world has become upon the youth. My host mom Sophie was kind enough to show me her wedding day photos and share stories of how her father and Mr. Juko's father had arranged their marriage after several years of friendship. I was shocked to learn, however, that my 19-year-old host sister, Miriam, is free to marry whomever she wants in the near future. I instantly bonded with Miriam, who, like myself, has a Facebook, listens to much of the same contemporary music as I do, and is a young woman with high aspirations for the future. It disappointed me to know that her hard effort in school does not guarantee her a prestigious college education and an opportunity to study and work in America. Although nothing is guaranteed, I admired her for her drive to succeed in life. My younger sister Fazira also impressed me with how responsible she was. She never once disrespected her parents and made sure to tend to the household chores. Her maturity highly contrasts to that of many children in America, yet she still retains that thirst for life, as it was clear to me during her personal tour of the beautiful family farm. From such driven young individuals, I learned the importance of overcoming challenges. I understood how difficult it is to remain resilient. Leaving my comfort zone allowed me to grow as an individual and understand that even on the smallest of levels, an individual or a collectively motivated group of individuals can do good for themselves and their community. The busy but 10 short, meaningful days that we spent in Uganda are ones I can never forget. Although I may not miss the mosquitoes and DEET, I will forever miss the beautiful star-filled night skies and the lush green countryside of my host family's 82-acre farm. Most of all, it's the rare connections that I will treasure most. The individuals of FSD and REAP, of Kayana Mukaka, and my host family have given me the priceless experience of a cross-cultural connection. To have been able to share this experience with an amazing group of individuals has allowed me to be even more thankful. I can only hope for the continuous prosperity of the people I encountered, and that I continue to remain perceptive and respectful of diversity.